Welcome to Movie Lounge. I'm your host, Stephen Wasson, and today we're going to talk about two things. And first, I want to get to the news about the show. Sorry that there wasn't an episode on Monday. Well, there was on Friday. I accidentally uploaded it a little too soon, and so that's why there was two episodes on Friday rather than just one show. And then I was going to film one for Tuesday to have for Wednesday, but I had a meeting and it kind of backed up everything, so I wasn't able to get to it all the way. But here we are, and we're trying to get a set schedule going, so let's get started. So today's first question is from Jake, and it is about, if I can pull it up, and it is, what's the difference between a producer and a director? I notice when people get nominated for Best Picture and they win, sometimes the director won't get the Oscar, and sometimes they do. Well, to answer that question, it's the difference between a producer and a director is mainly focused on the actors, to get the actors to do the right scene, to do the right lines, and to help them portray the right tone for that scene or that film. The producer, on the other hand, he or she is more of the owner of the film. They own the whole thing because they're investing all their money in this project. Now, sometimes you'll get on certain occasions, which is becoming more and more known, that the producer can be also the director. Like, for example, Peter Jackson, when he won Best Picture for Return of the King, he won the Oscar for that because he owned that film. He was investing more into that than most people. Now, you get also executive producers and like other little side producers that are putting money in this because they want to see the revenue come back to them. The thing about filmmaking is when you go to investors or producers or anyone who help support and fund your project, you have to pay them back at the end of the day. At the end of the project or end of the day. And that's where it gets really tricky with box office and all that fun jazz, is when a producer sees a film being made and is making money, he's expecting to get paid back. It's like a loan. You're taking a loan from them. And so a producer comes on and he oversees that project. He has more say than most directors. Now, you'll also get like Steven Spielberg or Scorsese, where they're pretty much the answer. Like, they say whatever they want and they get whatever they want in the project. So I hope that answers your question. And the other question is, where is it? There's a whole bunch of questions. Oh, from Stephanie. What is your take on sports movies? And how does that play into today's society? I wouldn't really say, because playing in today's society is a little different, but sports movies, I like them. I think they're really cool, and I know that they change every once in a while. Like, they change the whole story a little bit to fit more for us. And, for example, remember the Titans? That's when I first started liking sports movies, because I think everyone can relate to sports movies. It is the underdog over, I can't even think of the word now. It's the underdog taking on the big dog, and it's who will win. And one of the cliche things is the underdog always wins, because you want the underdogs to always win. You want that feeling of gratitude, like you rooted for the whole entire team from the start of the film. One of the things I would like to see is a underdog not winning. Like, you never really see that, and I would like to see that because it shows the reality of sometimes the underdogs never win, and it shows the human side of it. But all in all, like, I enjoy them. I get really caught up into the sports film genre because as a almost literally sports fanatic, like, I love sports, and that's my connection with people. If you can sit down and we totally disagree on one team, we're still connecting because we have that communication and that relationship that most people don't have. And which is, it's not bad. It's just, that's how I'm plugged in. That's how I'm connected with some people, is sports. I love doing fantasy football. I love doing things that I can connect with other people. So with sports movies, that's what it does. It doesn't have to be a very great story. That's the thing. As long as you can execute the story well enough, with a story that isn't that great, and the film doesn't have to be that great, but if you can execute the key points in the film, you have got me and everyone else hooked, because it's relatable. People who play sports can relate to that. People who are sports analysts can relate to that. Like Moneyball, I totally was engaged in that movie. Even though it was a long, drawn-out movie, I was engaged because I remember that whole thing as a kid, this whole 2004 Red Sox winning the World Series after the whole Moneyball thing. And so I wanted to see the tie-in of, like, where did that all start? Where did the whole Moneyball start? And so, yeah, then, like, I think it's 42. Like, I totally was engaged in that movie. Like, I know a lot of all the old history of baseball. Like, I love baseball movies. Like, they are awesome. And football movies. So I can totally relate to that. And, yeah, so I hope that answers your question. And, yeah, so that's all we have for today. And we'll be back tomorrow. If you have any questions or you want to submit a question, you can email us at themovielounge15@gmail.com, or go to our Facebook page or our Twitter account or our website and just submit questions and ask away. So you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.